giant meningioma, almost resected volume was 900 gram, which I tried after coming back. That kind of confidence was built in me. When I was among the first formed C1C2 in the North India, first time, way back in 2008, with just very basic set of instrumentations following the Goel technique. And now I was focused to start expanding my neurosurgical boundaries. So with Dr. Atul Gal sir, I learned, yes, I can do it, but another question was waiting for me, and that how to do it. And that was I was waiting for the universe to give the answer of this question. And the answer is very in next few months it was in front of me. Another giant, Professor M. Ghazi Asargil was there in Mumbai in the same year in Chinde or 8. And like all neurosurgeon, I was also in Mumbai to see this living legends. I was astonished to see a person of 84 who was enthusiastic and give every neurosurgical tips to everyone. And in lunch hour, whatever he used to ask, "Are you people hungry? Go and take your lunch. I'm waiting for you." And session starts at 9 till 6 to 7 p.m. Ganga River was flowing like anything in those hours. I just one neurosurgeon was witnessing a mesmerized Indian neurosurgeons where no one was ready to miss any single drop of that river. Delicate because in every of his tumor talk he used to, well, I resected this tumor with Kusa, I resected this with Kusa. The one of them asked with him, sir, if you don't have Kusa, because at in those years, even the Kusa availability in the institutions were also very limited. Very few institutions used to have it. So he answered that questions, my dear, do you have car? Sell your car and buy the Kusa. His message was very clear. How much time do you spend in your car and how much in OT? Because the place where you spend more time require more luxurious things rather than your personal luxury. So after coming back from Mumbai, I was completely changed in my thought process and my priorities were clear to purchase the micronursery and to equip my OT. So this book, Sargil, took almost 8 years to compile his entire neurosurgical experience, and not surprisingly, it was in my list. And after it was a routine habit for me to cut the books. And right now, I do have almost more than 15 lakh worth rupees book library. My personal library. In 2009, after a year, I started my own 50-bedded hospitals because I was not able to purchase the microscope value. It was costing somewhere 45 lakhs to me. The endoscope was more affordable to me for just 10 to 12 lakhs. I purchased it, and it was the second one in the entire UP where I started both cranial and spinal endoscopy way back in 2000. But ECG is not flat. ECG is not a live entry of new hospital doctors, and Flame was a very ethical institutions, and those hospitals were a dedicated department with full honesty for the referring doctors. Obviously, my OPD and IPD was dropped to more than 50%, and the hospital went in a financial crunch. My well-wishers start counseling me that till now it was your monopoly, but you are trying to swim against the river. But my message was very clear to them. I have a degree that allows me to support my family, but I can't do anything unethical. So I continue with the same way I was working. And you know the latest law, either you can be a good person or a doctor or a bad one. You can't be both at the same time. And the nature's law never change. I do it. And the Newton's fourth law here applied, then the malpractice has an inverse lesson with a neurosurgeon's caliber. Bad practice has a limited age, and within 6 months, everything was bad. And now I was overworked. So winner stands forms on values, but compromises on petty things. Loser stands firm on petty things, but compromises on values. Life take exams. You have to remain tough against all the odds because success is not an accident. It is the result of your attitude, and attitude is a choice. So there is a 52. I'm not a member of YNF. It is obviously I cannot be because of this number figure. But I live a fully balanced life where work is worship. My life is my work, and my work is my life. This is a message for you, listen, that your time will come. You should have patience, believe in your abilities, believe in God. If I have time, then use it to spend in studies, sharpen my skills, invest my savings in luxury. Krishna. So my software used to have such kind of settings. A neurosurgical facility where provision at a remote periphery is a genuine appetite. It could be my illusion, but I enjoy this illusion and I'm fond of spending my life with these hallucinations. Among the patients for a neurosurgery based practice, time is the most crucial factor in the neurosurgery, which Dr. Amit was also telling, and the Dr. uh, my co-speaker also discussed about. So before 2007, even simple head injury was deadly, but now eight neurosurgeons working round the clock. And the work which we are delivering to our people, we, we get many-fold extra return, love, faith, and blessings of our people compared to our work. And this is how they used to love me. I regularly post videos for them to make them aware against the head injury, for the fall from height incidences, for the blood donation camps. And these are the views which the way they used to love me and they used to hear me. For my poor patients, I used to run with the project in that I will help you, but you have to do something for the society. They are supposed to plant a tree, and whenever they used to come, they come with the latest possible photograph of that particular tree, and then we used to wave up their peace. More than 10,000 trees I have planted in this entire, and the story is still going on. So in the meantime, the Mumbai hangover was on. We were having small car, Maruti Zen, till 2012 when ongoing discussion for a big car was started in my family. I make it clear to my family that I needed a nice scope more than a big car. And then I purchased the first variant 2013, and that changed my entire neurosurgical. Again, it is research was thinking against the stream. You are having so much workload, but and hardly you find time for to sleep and to feed. You can imagine when you will think about the research. And at this point, uh, hospital was also growing. A new expansion, becoming 100-bedded neurosurgical icon Vista in UP in 2016. And I was moving towards a neurosurgical institution at that particular time. So, and at the same time, the OT luxury was also on my top priority. In the microscope, it became a hobby. I have all possible technologies, whether it was CUSA, whether it is navigation, whether it NIMS, whether it is India's first 3D Kunovo way back in 2018. And at the same time, data maintenance and record keeping were among my top priorities. We used to celebrate each, whether it is big or small achievements belong to it. This just it is the 101 aneurysm which we are celebrating along with our patient. So in 2018, we decided that now we will move towards the institutions. And then in 2019, we became the sixth neurosurgical institution of UP with one seat DRNB neurosurgical program, which was upgraded to two seats in 2024. So lifetime educational institutions. And then we started paramedical institutions running three paramedical degree courses and 10 paramedical diploma courses and institution. So, in the meantime, my whatever the compilation of our surgical results and everything was there. I was started thinking I was started thinking that now I will move towards the some academic works also. And at the very same time, the team people contacted me. They asked me to write a book for them, and then I decided to write a head injury book. And I told them they initially told me that this is a very routine topic. I told them that there is not a single book available for the head injury surgeries in the world literature. And I wrote this book in the 2 years. This was published in 2022, and Dr. Grigori wrote a book review for this, which was published in Neurosurgery, and Dr. Suresh Nair was kind enough. He wrote a book review which was published in Neuralgia India. This is among the few neurosurgical Indian books which are translated into Chinese. Dr. Grigori Thompson is the key author of BTF guideline published in 2019. Another book which was requested to me by the UP government to write down for the UP Provincial Services Doctors, and that was the Head Trauma Manual that was published in 2024. Almost 13 publications, was first published case of atypical spinal axis neuralgia because we used to think that spinal axis is motor nerve. It was the first case report where I proved that it used to contain nociceptive fibers also, and it was the first reported case of atypical spinal axis neuralgia. And then many awards, accolades in 2007, then 13 Lokmat Samman, UP Lokmat Samman, then 2017 by the appreciation letter by the Chief Minister, and then the AHPI Award 2019, 2020, and then the WC Angel Award 2021, 2022, and then by the UP Government Service Sector Entrepreneur Special Award, and then again 23 the WC Angel Awards, and 24 Neurosurgical Excellence in Stroke Care. All these awards brings me, and the most important award which I like most, being acknowledged as the national platform by the ANBI, and then the Asia Business Outlook gives me a cover page story in November 2025. But I do believe that your real success is reflected in those who come under your influence and in turn leave you to serve society. Their success, their passion for neurosurgery, and their honesty with patients and society speaks to character you instill in them. And this is the real success of a teacher. My first student, Dr. Asfar Jamal, he was the only candidate to complete his DNB neurosurgical program in his first go from the UP. In 25, he was the only candidate who was passed out as a DRNB candidate. And this was the letter which he wrote down to me and requested me to inaugurate his OT. And I was having really goosebumps with his letter, which he wrote to me. And then visiting observers, Dr. Astos, Dr. Iti, they were undergoing their new secretary. So he came to me for their observation period. Here, it was among the few places in Lucknow, Noida, and then where we received patients from the Angola, from the SAARC countries, from everywhere with good results. I'm thankful to Dr. Mayandi Innocent Angola, who is listening this webinar. He came here for to this hospital for 1 week and spent almost a month, and for the neurosurgical recent periods. And this is a unique case which was, for me it was just I was in my room performing this in the grade 6 meningioma. And this video I presented in 2023 where I resected this lesion, uh, uh, Simpson grade 1. And just because the meningioma was invading and completely engulfing the sinus, it was inside the sinus also. I took the control over the superior sinus from both the sides, and then the sinus completely, and then they resected this lesion completely. It was in my routine reflex to resect the lesion completely. So finally, I resected this lesion. Then after resecting this lesion, I starts repairing this lesion. So I was repairing this superior sinus, performing this uh, I posted this paper in the 23rd, 23 MS meeting at Jaipur, and just few days back, I received this letter from IMS meeting Houston, Texas for their November meeting. This dear Dr. Singh, they are inviting me as a guest faculty. This is my biggest academic achievement working at a remote periphery, and I was blessed to have host Professor Dr. Anil Nanda sir to hear. He was kind enough. He visited to our institutions and guide us regarding as a fatherly figure to me. And this is our small department with 3 residents, and Dr. Nanda is here with us. So your work is going to fill a large part of your life. This is a message for the beginners that your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And here are my all teachers with whom I learned some or other way. In some like Arjuna, some like Eklavya, I have learned. And my key message for the young generation is never miss an opportunity to learn. Respect your teachers and seniors. Love your colleagues and juniors. Have a warmth for technology. I always try to give my best for my own people. And this is only my definition of patriotism and love towards humanity. And that your today's struggle will make your signature future of tomorrow. Thank you once again, MCNS, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Anu. Uh, this is the excellence what India would look for, and it was simply excellent and highly inspirational talk for the younger neurosurgeons to follow. You are not just an finest skilled neurosurgeon, but also an hardcore academician. You have written so many books and even published so many papers, being in a remote part of India. So we also need to learn from Dr. Anup that we need to develop an entrepreneur skills, like he has started multi-specialty hospital, the nursing institutions, and now he has started with the DNB training courses. So wonderful, and we really wish you the best of your life for the all the good work you are doing to the society, and being an inspiration to the younger neurosurgeons to follow upon. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, Dr. Sivashankar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Majumdar sir. Also, I was there in
Yeah.
Mumbai when Dr. Majumdar
Yes.
sir
Yes.
were operating different OTs, and
Yes.
one
Yes.
in Dr.
Yes.
Naga sir, one in Dr. Goel sir, and one Dr. Majumdar sir. And I
Uh,
learned from you people, sir. Sir.
okay. No, I think Anup, it was a very fantastic thing. Now I remember you. In 2008, you were there, right? In KEM. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's a lovely talk. I am really amazed to see that in a place like Azamgarh, which is, as you correctly mentioned, which is known for some other reason, now you have given some good shape for to Azamgarh, and I am really, I think this is a major feat that you have achieved, doing so many things out of all odds, and trying to do academics, done very good academics, and Dr. Anil Nanda coming there, and obviously I think you are blessed, and I think you are a role model kind of this for young neurosurgeons, that it can be done, and I wish you very best for the future. I was just enjoying your talk and the feat that you have achieved for over a period of time. So I think again I feel that India is now geared to look at the so-called rural, which I don't think is rural anymore, because it's global connectivity. Is rural is just a word now. So everything which is possible in major cities can be done in rural cities with much more enthusiasm, and I think government and other resources also are geared to promote rural infrastructure. So my many thanks to you. You have been doing the last case, especially when you are suturing the sagittal sinus, also is a remarkable feat. Thank you, and many best wishes to you, Anup.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
you. Thank you, sir.
May I now request Dr. Yogesh Vargadra sir and Dr. Anil Patil to are they online? Yeah, Yogesh sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Shiv, you have really started with a lovely topic today. Congratulations to you also. Okay. It has opened, I think it must have opened the eyes of many people who are working in metros. True, what Anil, Kapil or Anup have shown, and Anup has really gone to some other level, but all three of them have shown that rural is not rural anymore, and they are doing or they are practicing and giving results which are far better than those who are doing in metros with all the possible facilities. Yes, what Anup did was what I started. Things were very tough in the beginning, and then we slowly progressed. But Anup has reached a bigger height, I would say, far better. I still remember the same thing, and I also have the same thing like you, Anup. In 2008, I also was there in speech and auditorium at Bombay Hospital. I have studied from Bombay Hospital under Dr. Turel sir. So I was there in that, and I did hear Yasargil saying the same thing which you just repeated. And we all have to sacrifice a lot of things in the beginning of a career when you're started in a smaller place. But then it's a time which makes everything very simple. Now, the same thing, all the facilities are also there with us. Now, I just did not understand one thing, Anup. Why did you suture the superior sagittal sinus? You showed the MRV, and which was completely blocked. So when a SSS is completely blocked with collaterals already there, why do you have to suture and open it again?
Sir, it was bleeding. Blood was coming. I can show you the video. Blood was coming both the sides.
Okay. But it doesn't make much difference. If the collaterals have developed and the superior sagittal on MRV is completely blocked, It really doesn't.
MRV was completely blocked, sir. But just to secure the hemostasis part, because the blood was coming from both the sides, from the proximal and the distal end.
Just use a silk and close it on both the sides. Nothing happens. We do it very regularly. In fact, it has been shown that in grade 2, grade 3 meningiomas involving the wall of the sinus, you do wait for the whole sinus to get occluded and then close it completely. Then putting a venous patch there. Anyway, this is not the point of discussion. Anup, you have done a great job writing books and doing such a big job and making a big institute is really commendable. I would really congratulate, and I would wish all rural guys if they do the same work, they're going to give a very tough time to surgeons in big cities. That's what I feel. Great. Congratulations to all three of you.
Thank you. Dr. Anil Patil, sir, I think he has rejoined.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening throughout.
Yes, sir.
As I said to you 2-3 days back, that it has become a more or less a success story of these three guys. It's good. We are happy for all of them three. But the real story has not came out. Anup has just touched a few of the pearls.
No, it's a time limitation, sir.
Time was not the limitation. Time was not the limitation. Everybody had enough time. I think we will have to organize one more webinar where here nobody has touched the problems which we have to face and the people are facing in their mind basically. Why they are afraid of going or starting their own private setup. Number one. Number two, whether it is in current situation correct decision to go for your own private setup, because Anup has started his hospital. Forget about me and Vargantiwar. We have started it 22 years or 25 years back. But even Anup has started almost more than 18 years back. Kapil has started more than 8 years back. And somewhere between is the Padwal. So what is the current situation? Nobody has touched it. What you are conveying to your juniors, what is the current situation? Now, the person who is now thinking to go in private with his own setup, can he imagine of building a 100-bedded neurosurgical setup? Forget about 100-bedded, 50-bedded neurosurgical setup. Even in a bigger city or a smaller city, will it be a possible thing? So how he should think in that terms? Those things are, I think, more important. Number one. Number two, what are the different problems which has faced apart from having the deficiencies of manpower or the equipments and the not having faith? But still, there are few points which we have to touch. That how you are carrying your economics ahead, how you progressed your economics ahead. That is the one of the part which has been not touched. Another part is, are you going to work with the government or without the government? If you are going to work with the government, then what are the problems? These things has to be discussed at some forum, because these are the major problems currently. Any new surgeon entering new neurosurgeon entering into the field. For example, Dr. Satish Swami, who started his practice in Nanded quite early, maybe into somewhere in 2008. And after 4 to 6 years, he has to face a lot of problems for 8 to 10 years. And then he has to change over all his scenario and he has to enter the government schemes. And then he could then again pick up and come back to where when he was the second neurosurgeon after the Ruturaj in Nanded, within 3 years, he became ninth neurosurgeon in that town. So we have to discuss these problems also on this forum, which will convey the proper way for the thinking or the deciding to the juniors who are looking for the guidance which they are expecting from us. What do you think, Vargantiwar? Do you agree with these points?
No. I do agree to whatever you have said. A scenario has definitely changed. We could build a hospital of 100 beds of our own. Now they are ganging up, making a team and making the same hospital. Now the era of doing it alone and the cost which has come now is quite different. Anil, what I want to say is you're absolutely correct. But now they are all coming in a team with all different specialties under one roof. So time is changing, Anil. In our times, there were individual hospitals with 30 beds and 20 beds.
It was the mandatory thing to do it.
Because
like Anup has to do
yes,
it.
yes. Because super
But-
specialty was coming into the market at that time. We needed a maxillofacial surgeon, we needed an orthopedic, we needed a physician, we needed everything. Same like other neurosurgeons. But now the things have changed. They are all teaming up. It's not an individual game remaining now. That's what I feel.
in the scene when the at least I think more than 150 neurosurgeons every year are entering in this Indian neurosurgical world. How we should proceed? We should proceed. That has to be conveyed at some forum.
Yeah,
Right?
But today's
can I
one second.
Yogesh?
Yeah, Majudam sir.
One second. But today's topic was very clear. It was like challenges, benefits, and solutions. So this is a different topic which you'll have to initiate again.
True, sir.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
I have I think Anil has raised a proper means a valid point, and Yogesh has also made a valid point. So I think Yogesh, like what say Dr. Ginde or Dr. Bhagwati started in Mumbai when there was nothing.
Exactly.
And now we are reaping the benefits of what they did after so many years. The same thing you have done in your place in Aurangabad, in Dhude, and Anup in Azamgarh. And now the new people will have to come and build in a different fashion. The difference is that with Prime Minister's vision for rural India, with Vikasit Bharat, with global connectivity, with all, see, there was no possibility that Anup would, in those times, Anup has taken Kinovo now in this thing. How can you dream of taking a Kinovo in Azamgarh? Maybe 20 years ago also Vario was difficult. So I think times are difficult. We have to be positive. And yes, there is a problem of neurosurgeons or herd of neurosurgeons coming, and training is is an issue, and quality of service will be an issue. But I feel that the infrastructure is ready. There are 22 AIMS now in all over India. So the practice of neurosurgery 20 years down the line is going to be completely different. So maybe the time for like what is in the US, there will be associate type of a practice and group practice, and there will be insurance coming in. There are a lot of things are changing now. So it is going to be a different scenario. You and me probably will be history by that time. But yes, I completely agree with both Anil and Yogesh that you have done your bit as what our predecessors had done their bit. So now the new challenges, I think, will be a separate topic for Shiv Shankar to uh, to come
So,
up with.
Shiv Shankar, the next topic should be what you want to choose as a consultant freelancer neurosurgeon, as a fixed consultant into a single hospital, or you want to build your own neurosurgical center. They are confused in these three positions, and they need to be addressed. These what are the benefits and what are the drawbacks or pros and cons of all these three things. In this, probably here we have sorted out. We have shown the lots of advantages of going for your own setup. That's why I used the specific word that success story. That success story is not for only these three of two. We two are also sitting in maybe on the same side, but you,
Shiv is
Shiv
not
Shankar,
very.
you are sitting in some different chair. Your chair
I'm
is
an employee,
different.
sir. You're all
You
entrepreneurs.
chose a different chair. That is what I said. The juniors need to be addressed that what are the pros and cons of all these three positions, and they have to choose one of that. So it should be addressed in next webinar. I think that's a good webinar.
Yeah.
We should
So,
close that.
Shiv Shankar, I think maybe you can have, as Anil says, have questionnaires from the newly joined people that what are their problems, what do they want to discuss, and what answers are expected. So we tackle the
No,
yeah,
Datta. Every
huh.
junior is thinking in the same way as if
Okay.
still you are thinking, or we were used to think for last 20 years, or before entering
I
that
know.
I have my
Yeah,
own hospital.
yeah.
That is the
Anyway,
thing. In the
anyway,
morning,
Shiv,
they feel that I am the boss. In the afternoon, they feel that, hey, in the institute, I am getting screwed by everybody. I want to build my own hospital. And in the night, when he has to go for the call, he says that, no, I don't want to build my own hospital. It's
Uh,
with somebody else is better.
I
yes.
think
So
Shiv, you
there
should
should be
thank.
a clear debate about that. Ki what you want,
Uh,
what are the pros
yeah,
and what are the cons of. Because if
yeah.
today any patient arrives in Burgundy Wars Hospital at the age of 60 also, middle of
Uh,
the night at 2 a.m., he has to get down from his bed and
yes,
No,
yes,
no,
go
no, no,
down
yes.
no,
and
no.
see the
No, no.
patient.
I differ. I differ. Anil, you have to
If he
change.
is building a hospital, of
No, no,
course,
no.
there are
You
the systems we build. I am taking your name as an example, not
agreed.
personally.
I'm not blaming you. What I'm trying
Like
to
me,
tell
I
you
have to
is
go down because I don't have the junior or I don't have a DNB seater like
exactly,
that. I have to
Anil.
get up into the middle of night. I have to go to see the patient because I run a private hospital.
Anil,
The show must go on.
you're absolutely correct. You gave my example, but the truth is, I have taken a neurosurgeon who is about 16, 17 years younger to me. We are in a team. You have to develop a team. I don't wish to
Yeah,
go. I don't wish to go to the hospital at 2 o'clock and do a decompression crane on me now. So
I
what I'm
agree.
trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is, you are correct, but you have to develop the team. Now I'm coming up with a hospital of 250 beds. It will start getting constructed in another 6 months. Do you think I'm going to work like a donkey in the way I did
Yes,
20 years back?
so that is the yes. I apologize for mentioning your name.
Come on.
But
I
you
would
are
say,
one
Shiv,
prototype. I
Shiv,
want to say
Yes,
that the
sir.
prototype where people
you
go
should
for their own
Yes.
hospital. The real
you
question
should thank.
is, yes, it has not become a liability for you over the period, it has become a big
Correct,
asset. But the
correct,
original
correct.
question is over the time whether it is an asset or it has become a liability.
For me, it's an asset.
But I have seen the people, or I am seeing the people where the same asset has become liability at the end of the 15 years.
Shiv,
Yeah.
I
I
think
have
you
seen
should
lot of
thank.
examples. Now
Yeah,
the
thanks.
causes are
Sir,
not
I think
important.
we have a
We
limited
Anil,
don't
time.
one
want
Time
to
is
second.
almost
point
about to be
towards
time.
any
So let
person
us
or
conclude this
single
webinar.
example.
That's what, Anil, I just want
But
to
it
say one
has to
word.
be mentioned that when you go for your own setup, there is at least 50% chance that at the end of 15 years, it may become a liability for you. And don't
Shiv,
deny that.
Shiv, you should thank Anil to give you many topics for the future webinars. Well,
So I
thank
think
I'm
you, Shiv.
supposed to speak like that because I told Shiv Shankar that we have to design that in that way.
you can't control somebody else's complete talk, sir. You can just give the topic.
No.
But it was
I'm
quite
not blaming
informative.
for
It was
them.
it was
Everybody
helpful.
thinks in his way.
Yes.
Yes.
But it was wonderful, sir. So let me conclude,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
I think we saw the proof and believed that neurosurgery excellence is not limited by the geography. It is built by the skills, ethics, conviction, and perseverance, like the people we have examples here. And it was a powerful session. I think all will believe. And it showed us that limitations in remote area can be opportunities with skills and ethics. So the message was very clear from all the three speakers to panelists and moderator that you need to brush up your skills, attend the workshops, conferences. There are very good platforms like MCNS webinars, and there are many learning platforms on YouTube you can see. So keep skills, ethics in the highest standard care that you can provide to your patients in your region. And to all the young neurosurgeons listening there, so I believe that your future doesn't depend on the city you choose. It depends on the skills you build. So I hope this session was quite gave a clarity, courage, and conviction for many young neurosurgeons who are listening to us. And on behalf of MCNS webinar, thank you all the esteemed speakers and panelists, moderator Dr. Majumdar sir, and thank you all participants for your time and engagement. Thank you. Good night.
Yes. Thank you, Shankar. Thank you, sir, for
Thank
making me a
you.
part of this webinar. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Good
Thank
night.
you, everyone.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Good
Good
night.
night.